top problems Tinubu will inherit from Buhari when he becomes president. As Tinubu prepares to step into the presidency, he must brace himself for a host of pressing problems that have been cooking for generations of presidents. As the president-elect, Bola Ahmed Tinubu gears up to take the reins from President Muhammadu Buhari, he is about to inherit a truckload of problems that could make even the most seasoned politician break into a cold sweat. From the never-ending labor strikes to a debt burden that could sink a battleship, join us on this roller coaster ride of challenges that Tinubu will be so lucky to inherit. Number 1, ASUU, broken promises and lingering agreements. For over 2 decades, the Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASUU, has been locked in a perpetual battle with successive Nigerian governments. The primary bone of contention has been the government's consistent failure to fulfill its agreements. In 2009, a new agreement was reached promising funds for university revitalization and payment of earned academic allowances. Regrettably, these commitments remain largely unfulfilled, with only a fraction of the promised funds disbursed and the unpaid allowances. The renegotiation of the 2009 agreement and the adoption of ASUU's University Transparency and Accountability Solution (UTAS) instead of the Integrated Payroll and Personnel Information System (IPPIS) still need to be solved. Adding to the list of complaints, the government has neglected its statutory duty to conduct timely visitations to universities as mandated by the law. Thus, as President Buhari inherited these mounting issues, they will inevitably pass on to Tinubu as he steps into the presidential office. Number 2 is the debt, the burden passed down the line. During Olusegun Obasanjo's presidency, Nigeria managed to alleviate a significant portion of its external debt through debt relief programs. However, the nation's debt has again ballooned through the roof since then. Muhammadu Buhari's administration, which commenced in 2015, inherited a colossal liability of 21.1 trillion naira in public debt and raised it to 46.3 trillion naira as of December 2022. And now, projections by the Debt Management Office (DMO) indicate that Tinubu will bear the weight of an estimated 77 trillion naira debt by the time Buhari leaves on May 29. This mountainous burden poses a significant challenge for the incoming president, potentially hindering development and stifling the nation's progress. Also, is the case of unemployment. In the year 2014, the unemployment rate in Nigeria reached a distressing level of 9.7%, marking an unprecedented all-time high in the nation's history. Alas, the subsequent trajectory of Buhari's administration suggests that this record was a child's play. Notably, a sharp and disheartening escalation in the unemployment rate occurred from 18.8% in 2017 to a staggering 23.1% barely a year later. The NBS reported that by the end of 2020, in the wake of the global pandemic, the unemployment rate surged to 33.3% from the 27.1% recorded in the second quarter of the same year. This disconcerting statistic indicates that a staggering number of approximately 23.2 million Nigerians find themselves without a gainful employment. To compound the already troubling situation, esteemed global audit and tax advisory firm KPMG has projected Nigeria's unemployment rate to rise further to an alarming 40.6% in the year 2023, surpassing the already disheartening estimated figure of 37.7% in 2022. Next, the fourth is 133 million poor Nigerians. In 2014, the World Bank released a disquieting report shedding light on the grave state of poverty in Nigeria. The report indicated that the national per capita poverty rate exceeded a staggering 60% of the population, encompassing approximately 79 million individuals. Consequently, President Jonathan added over 107 million poor Nigerians to President Buhari. Regrettably, as of November 2022, the National Bureau of Statistics (NBS) revealed that the number of Nigerians grappling with poverty has continued to rise, as 63% of the nation's total population is reportedly poor. Hence, President Tinubu will now assume responsibility for 133 million poor Nigerians. The fifth is 20 million out of school children. In 2014, during the Jonathan administration, the certain report revealed that out of the 10.5 million children in Nigeria who were not attending school, a significant proportion of 60% were girls residing in the northern regions. UNICEF, a reputable organization focused on children's welfare, diligently reported this distressing reality. Far from what is known to the present day, and the situation has regrettably worsened. Recent data released by the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization (UNESCO), employing an improved and refined methodology, indicates that Nigeria is now confronted with the alarming reality of approximately 20 million children deprived of education. The underlying causes for these unfortunate circumstances were multifaceted, with violence and security challenges predominantly prevalent in the northeastern part of the country being cited as primary culprits. Also, opposition of insecurity in nation on the principles. From one presidency to the other, Nigerian leaders have faced a barrage of opposition groups and security threats that have put the nation's stability at risk. Under previous administrations, President Olusegun included militant groups like MENT and ROS, challenging the marginalization of the Niger Delta region through acts of sabotage and violence. During Yar'Adua's tenure, Boko Haram emerged as a radical Islamic group, unleashing terror through suicide bombings and abductions. For President Buhari, the challenges were equally formidable. Secessionist movements like IPOB and Oduduwa Republic sought independence in the southeast, and southwest regions, respectively, testing the unity of the nation. Buhari's leadership style faced intense scrutiny, with heavy political oppositions from parties such as the established People's Democratic Party (PDP), amongst them the Labour Party, which held the government accountable and presented alternative governance visions that resonated with citizens. The 2020 EndSARS movement, which Buhari and even Tinubu failed to appease, further demonstrates the nation's deep-seated frustrations. The movement served as a rallying point for the obedience, becoming a nightmare for the ruling APC. These multifaceted oppositions and security challenges underscore the formidable task that Tinubu will inherit, requiring depth leadership and strategic solutions to navigate Nigeria's turbulent landscape. As Tinubu prepared to step into the presidency, he must brace himself for a host of pressing problems that have been cooking for generations of our presidents.